Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy New Year. What day is it today?
Monday.
The date
3rd of
is
January.
the 3rd. I don't know when we're gonna release this. So hence I'm saying Happy New Year, okay? I hope all of us are going to have a great year with great stories to tell. I am back, and as you can see in the description, this video is about my labor and my delivery experience. So yeah, I'm officially a mommy to the most cutest boy ever. Okay, I know I'm his mom and that's what I think, but listen, my boy is so cute. Okay, so I have a feeling this might be a bit of a lengthy video, so I think let's just get right into it. It was one evening. It was raining. I remember it was raining. It was around 2 a.m. in the morning, and I started feeling like these cramps. I wake Joey up and I'm like, Ish, I'm feeling these cramps, bruh. I don't know what they're about, but I'm just feeling these cramps. And it's me gonna go to the hospital. I'm like, I don't know, I'm not sure, because it's like, what if I'm just being paranoid? But I was like, at the end of the day, just better to be safe than sorry. 2 in the morning, get into the car, we drive to the hospital. We get to the hospital and they do this tracing scan thing. It's called an NST. Yeah. Just to monitor the baby's heartbeats and my contractions. And at some point, the baby's heart rate was quite low and I had contractions. So the nurses at the hospital then sent that to my gynae, and my gynae decided that no, I needed to be admitted. I was admitted. So now we think, okay, the baby's on the way.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Like, yo, the baby's coming. So I was in the hospital for basically the whole day. But in as much as I was having contractions, the labor never ever progressed. It just started and then basically ended. So yeah, then I was discharged and I went home. They called it false labor. But now my gynae wanted us to be on high alert, just in case. So she wanted me to come into the hospital every few days or so, just to make sure that everything is still okay with the baby's heart rate and whatnot. So the next time I had gone, they did the trace thing, and then they found that no, everything is fine, everything was normal with the heart rate. I wasn't contracting or anything like that. And then my gynae called me, I think the following day, just to check to see how I was. And she's like, listen girl, I'm gonna need you to come in again on this day. Like, we just want to err on the side of caution. And I was like, no problem. I'll come through and I'll do the scan again. Get to the hospital the next time and they connect me to those things, that situation. And the nurse is like, something's happening here. Let me just speak to your gynae about it. She tells my gynae that, okay, no, this is the situation. She shows her the results. My gynae's like, nope, I want to see her before she goes. Just tell her to stay there. My gynae gets there and she has a look at me. She just checks and she's like, oh no, honey, you are not going anywhere. You are in labor. And I was like, oh, okay, here we go again. A part of me was just like, I don't think I'm really in labor because of what had happened before. Another part was like, okay, I think I am kind of in labor. I think this might be it. So anyway, I was admitted. So I just went in for a checkup and I ended up being admitted. But anyway, so Habi and I did our COVID tests because of the whole situation that's happening in hospitals now. Did our tests and then he had to leave. And then I stayed by myself for that whole night, basically in hospital. And then in the morning, they had checked me again. And as much as I was in labor, the labor still was not progressing. And then my gynae then decided that they needed to induce to help speed up the labor. Because she's like, nope, can't be in labor for too long. Also, that's not good for you or for the baby. So you're gonna need to like try and speed up the process. Now, I just need to say that the plan was for me to have a natural delivery, and I also didn't want to take any pain meds. That was the plan. But she said, listen, if you're in labor for more than 24 hours, then we're going to have to go with a cesarean. That would be the safest option. I was like, okay, fine. But this was now the next morning, after I'd been admitted the day before. So yeah, man, just chilling in the hospital, the contractions are there, the pain is there, but it's nothing like hectic, it's very manageable. But as the day was progressing, the pain was just, escalating bit by bit. But again, like I was saying, it was not. So my gynae tried everything, she bless her soul, for us to deliver naturally, because that was really, really my desire. But yeah, the baby wasn't moving. I think the furthest my dilation got to was 5 centimeters, and that was it. It just wasn't happening. So later on during the day, my gynae had said, listen, if nothing changes, we're gonna break your water. Hopefully that's gonna speed things up. We get to the end of the day, I'm done with that first bag of meds that they had put in me to help speed up the labor. Nothing changed. They put in the second bag, and it just wasn't. So then they broke my water. The pain that followed from there, I was not ready. There was nothing that could have prepared me for that pain. I've always known that labor was a painful experience, but it's just one of those things that if you don't experience it for yourself, you won't truly ever know or get the pain. So it was very, very painful. Like as soon as my water broke, like I was just like, yeah, no, this pain, this is real, I couldn't even speak. I even cried because that was the only thing left for me to do, because there's nothing else I could do. I called my husband, I called my mom. I'm like, I'm not doing this again. Like, this pain is a lot. So now it's the end of the following day from the time I was admitted. It's now more than 24 hours later. And then we were just like, you know what? We're going to have to go for the cesarean option. And yeah, so they told me, call your husband, because I don't know if it was just the hospital that I was at, but they had suspended visiting hours, which was very lonely, it sucked. But your birthing partner is allowed to be there when you do give birth. So fortunately, Ivy could be with me during the birth being processed, but just not prior to that. And he could only stay an hour after the baby was born. So yeah, he was in the parking lot of the hospital actually. So he just came through and they said, no, listen, call him to come through, because we want to get you prepped and we'll go through. So I told him, I'm like, listen, bruh, this is what's happening. Come through, it's lit. So yeah, he came. I was wheeled to theater, and then I think I got 3 injections in my back. If I remember correctly, I think it was 3. And the pain just ceased immediately. I don't know, it just felt like this other relief that I've never ever experienced in my whole life. I was so happy to just be, at that time I'm also tired. I'm drained, I'm in pain. I was just, so that moment of relief was just, I don't remember ever feeling that kind of relief ever. So and then they did what they had to do. Like the team was there, they rubbing things on me, I guess, to prepare. They put up this other sheet thing so that I don't see what's happening on the other side. Then they called him back in to the room because he wasn't allowed to be in there while I was being prepped. So they called him back, and like 5 minutes later, boom, there was my baby. It was such a quick process, like it was really, really quick. But in as much as the delivery didn't go the way that I expected it or the way that I had planned to, it definitely went the way that it was supposed to. I believe like we really saw the hand of God that day. My baby was faced up, which is apparently not an ideal position for any baby to be in when they're about to be born, and his head just wasn't lodging in place for me to be able to push him out. And also the umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck, and we didn't know that. So like literally when they took him out, they had to do this because the cord was just around his neck. And I'm like, had we forced to go the route, like who knows what could have happened. It just hit me that sometimes in life, things don't go the way that we plan, but we need to allow things to go the way that they should go, and not always be so intent on making things go our way. And my baby was born. He was healthy. He was big. He was strong. Like I remember when I heard him cry, something in me I can't explain it, but it just rose up within me. It was just such a nice, warm feeling, that, oh my goodness, like I really have a baby. That baby really grew inside of me for 9 months. Like, wow, I just took a moment to be in awe of God and his works and the miracle of life. It's just such a blessing, and I'm so honored. And as much as it was such a painful experience, but it was so, so beautiful just to welcome new life into the world, and to just be given new purpose, because life really does change. Babies bring so much, but for me, like one thing that really stands out is purpose. There's just a renewal of purpose in my life with the birth of my son. So he's beautiful. Like I said, I'm so happy. Like I really love being a mom. Sure, I feel very blessed and very honored. So he was born. They weighed him, they checked him. He got a vaccine. I forgot what the vaccine was for, but he got a vaccine like immediately after he was born. And then they wheeled him to the nursery just to wipe him down a bit. And then I was closed back up and stitched and then sent back to the room I was staying in. And then they brought him to me. And then I got to feed him. I fed him right there and there. Like he latched. We were good to go. So it's just such a blessing, I'm so grateful for his life. I'm so grateful that everything, we prayed for a safe delivery for both him and myself, and that's exactly what we got. There were so many other people that were praying with us and for us, and I'm just so grateful for that. It's been such a blessing. And that's basically it. What a journey, from pregnancy to giving birth, now being a mom and seeing this little person grow in front of you is really just something else. But I think I'll be sharing a bit more not on the delivery, but like just how it is being a mom, because it really is new. It's a challenge, but it's also very fun and rewarding. And yeah, so thank you as always for tuning in, and I will be back soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, to like, share, comment, all that jazz, and notification bell so that you can see my updates, y'all. But yeah, thank you for your time. Until we meet again,